Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. I'm your host for VoxStar Pulse, where we break down the absolute most fascinating updates from all around the globe. Today, we're serving up 10 rapid-fire stories you really need to know, from deep space all the way to your own backyard. So let's just jump right into it. Okay, here's our game plan for today. First up, community and daily life. Second, nature and science discoveries. Third, tech, space, and entertainment. And finally, we'll wrap the whole thing up with the knowledge check. Section 1, Community and Daily Life. News from our schools and towns. All right, so look at this number, 40. Now, this isn't just any random number. It's actually a massive win for elementary school students down in Oklahoma. A brand new law just passed that officially makes recess the law of the land. They've literally doubled the amount of time that young students get to play outside every single day. So they're going from a standard 20 minutes to a full 40 minutes of daily outside play. I mean, that is a major structural change to the school day, really emphasizing just how absolutely crucial fresh air and movement are to a kid's daily routine. Moving from the playground right to the clinic, happy National Nurses Day. Today, we're taking a step back to celebrate the tireless nurses who honestly keep our communities healthy and strong. And you know, this vital tradition of giving thanks, it was actually first officially recognized way back in 1982. Rounding out our community block, guess what? Today is also National Museum Day. But hey, you don't even need to leave your couch for this one. You can actually take a virtual walk through some of the most famous museums in the entire world right from your tablet or computer. It's just a fantastic way to celebrate global history and art by simply tapping a screen in your own living room. All right, let's move on to Section 2, Nature and Science Discoveries. Wild animals and wild weather. Okay, this right here is a true story of hope. Meet the ghost bird. Actually, it's a South Island kokoko, which is native to New Zealand. For the longest time, experts were convinced this magnificent bird was completely lost to history, but astonishingly, it's been seen again. This is giving a huge surge of hope to conservationists everywhere who, work tirelessly to protect endangered species. From a rare bird to a wild weather experiment you can literally do right now, making a tornado in a bottle. Yep, NASA is actually encouraging students to dive into the science of weather by building their own mini storms right at home. The whole process is super simple. You combine water and air, make it spin, and then just observe exactly how those two elements interact to create a vortex. It's a brilliant, hands-on way to understand the powerful mechanics behind real-world storms. Speaking of incredible observations, we really need to talk about animal intelligence. Like, do wolves use tools? Well, according to some recent observations, the answer is a resounding yes. Scientists recently watched a remarkably clever wolf using a branch specifically to help it reach a tasty snack. So it turns out humans and monkeys aren't the only ones who can solve complex problems with tools. The animal kingdom is just packed with brilliant problem solvers. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly how nature doesn't just survive, it thrives. Get ready for the great bee bounce back. This news is still generating so much buzz, pun totally intended, in the scientific community because honeybee populations are currently sitting at an all-time high. And because of this historic surge in their numbers, scientists are actually shifting their focus. Right now, they're actively studying exactly how these tiny, essential helpers communicate with one another to find the absolute best flowers in their environment. Next up, Section 3, Tech, Space, and Entertainment. Galaxies, Screens, and Games. Okay, some absolutely breathtaking new pictures are coming in from the Hubble Space Telescope. It just captured this beautiful, starry spiral galaxy that, well, it literally looks like a giant, glowing whirlpool millions of light years away from us. It's just a stunning reminder of exactly how vast, beautiful, and active our universe truly is. So is it time for a digital break? A fascinating new study impartially looked at how touch screens impact our brains. And it's interesting because on one hand, using them can actually make our physical reaction times faster. But the trade-off? Well, logging too much screen time makes it significantly harder to focus on just one thing at a time. It's kind of this modern balancing act, right? Speed versus sustained attention. And hey, speaking of screens, let's talk about the fierce debate currently taking over the whole gaming and entertainment world, the new live-action Minecraft movie. Fans are completely divided over the visual direction of this film. Are you on team Realistic Steve, fully embracing the new, detailed, blocky adaptation? Or do you firmly stand with Team Classic Pixel, preferring the traditional aesthetic of the original game? No matter where you land, it's a debate that is definitely firing up fans everywhere. Moving on to Section 4, the knowledge check. Let's test your memory on today's stories. All right, here is your first question. Think all the way back to the very beginning of our explainer. Which state just passed a law that doubled their daily recess time for elementary students, taking it from 20 minutes all the way up to a full 40 minutes? Go ahead and lock in your answer. The answer is Oklahoma, such a huge win for outdoor play in the Sooner State. Okay, let's try just one more to see who was paying super close attention to the finer historical details. We celebrated our medical heroes today, but who was the first president to officially recognize National Nurses Day back in 1982? Let's see if you remember the name.
It was Ronald Reagan. Outstanding job if you managed to pull that historical fact from our very first news block.
And that brings us right to the end of today's fast-paced update. But I want to leave you with one final kind of provocative question to think about. Which of these 10 stories will actually impact your week the most? I mean, whether it's taking a digital break from your touchscreen, building a mini storm in a bottle with some kids, or honestly just trying to get outside a little bit more, I challenge you to take this knowledge and apply it. Thank you so much for learning with me today on VoxStar Pulse. Keep your focus sharp, stay curious, and I will see you in the next explainer.